asking, is there a safe way to drink? I have devoted most of my professional life to the problems of alcohol and its abuse, most recently as director of the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. So I even spent much of my time trampling the fact that alcohol is a drug and that alcohol abuse is the most serious drug problem this nation faces. Nonetheless, I believe firmly that alcohol can do more good than harm, for there is a safe way to drink. Pharmacologically, alcohol is an anesthetic, not a stimulant. In moderate amounts, it appears to stimulate because it inhibits the brain center which restrict this cephalic outbursts, as well as those which make us aware of exhaustion. Then we feel physically alert and emotionally free. But with increasing doses, alcohol path to sleep the brain center which affect judgment, knowledge, and social control. Sufficient that dash can put us to sleep, followed by anesthetizing to center which control breathing and heartbeat. Responsible people, therefore, must choose further carefully the time, place, and circumstances of drinking. Obviously, if you are to engage in contact mental or physical activities working driving business, it is scarcely appropriate to be under the influence of an anesthetic drug. On the other hand, if you're going to be sharing a meal or some other human interchange in a relaxed way, alcohol can be rewarding adjunct to the experience, a true servant of man. An essential point is that there is no safe level of drinking. In preparing the second report to Congress on alcohol and health, we found that researchers all over the world were independently using the same level to define safe or moderate drinking. 1.5 ounces of forced alcohol per day, the equivalent of their 1 ounce drink of 100 proof whiskey, which is 50% alcohol, for 8-ounce glass of beer, or half a bottle of wine. This limit, of course, is only a statistical average for some people. Even one drop of alcohol is too much. Nor do our findings permit saving up one day's ration in order to drink more the next day. At no time should any individual wishing to remain within the safe limits consume more than 1.5 ounce of pure alcohol in a single day. 6. Studies show that the driver who has consumed an amount of alcohol within this limit is not more likely to have an automobile accident than the driver who does not take any alcohol. But beyond this limit, when the blood alcohol level, the concentration of alcohol in the blood begins to creep over the 0.5% sober level, the risk of a traffic accident jumps enormously. By the time the blood alcohol level reaches 0.2%, the level of mass drunk drivers who are alerted, the risk of an accident is 100 times that of the non-drinking driver. The manner of drinking is also critical. One should always sip slowly. Alcohol is a highly unusual food source in at least 20% of it is absorbed directly from the smoke into the bloodstream without going through an digestive process. Therefore, gulping alcohol produces a sudden marked rise in the alcohol level in the blood and hence in the brain. Once alcohol is in the bloodstream, nothing with the exception of a kidney dialysis machine and clear it from the blood more quickly than the body's own steady metabolic rate of their quarter of an ounce of pure alcohol per hour. Another rule of safe drinking is that food in the stomach, preferably protein or fatty products, effectively delay alcohol invasion of our system. Food covers the stomach wall, making capillaries less accessible. It also sours up the alcohol and carries it gradually through the digestive process, slowing absorption and allowing the metabolism and brain to adapt. So, as any experienced drinking knows, the same dose taken with food in the stomach will provide a more pleasant outcome than alcohol on an empty stomach. 9. A number of other factors also influence our response to a drink. It's best not to talk alcohol when physically or emotionally upset, lonely, or in need of sleep. It is true that alcohol anesthetics effect will dull the pain of loneliness, but alcohol is no substitute for another person. In other words, do not drink alone. It's also bad to drink in a relaxed setting. If I had to come up with an unhealthy drinking situation, I would have created the American cocktail party, standing around uncomfortably in a crowd of people, most of whom one does not know. Owen tends to help that first thing. People like to think that the alcohol at cocktail parties makes it easier to get acquainted, and they get the fact that strangers frequently pour out intimate detail of their lives. In my judgment, a stranger sharing intimacies so clearly is not relation to you. He is relation to himself. Medical college once tested this at a cocktail party when women was pouring out her heart to him. I have just murdered my grandmother, he said. The woman smiled sweetly, said, "Isn't that nice?" and babbled on. Regardless of where and how you drink and how you drink, what you expect from alcohol is what you get. As with almost all drug expectation is strongly relaxed to out home. If you're part of a group that want to act drunk, even with small doses, you feel drunk. It's best then to drink with people who set expectations that are socially useful and not destructive. To many Americans, preoccupied, preoccupied with drinking, while in this regard, we spend a good deal of time thinking about drinking or talking about it. Our recover at first demands simply that alcohol is proof of sophistication and word lines, or else it's funny. Just think about how we develop when I comedian extra. Thinking something is funny is a society way of giving a social sanction. It is also a sign of discomfort, for jokes are a safe way to ventilate deeper worries. Study after studies has shown that Americans are uncomfortable, ambivalent, almost ambivalent, almost ridden about their use of alcohol. Why it is countries so uptight about drinking? In my opinion, one major reason is that our society places a great deal of stock in order and control. And being overdoses with a drug means being out of control. When we see someone who has lost control, it threatens our sense of control. Alcoholism is threatening because so many of us as alcohol. When we see an alcoholic, we are afraid that we shall become alcoholic also. If our culture were more open and less guilty about alcohol, I think we could do more for people with alcohol problems. We might also do more for our children. surveys completed in 1974 show that children in this country between the age of 12 and 17 are already manifesting severe alcohol abuse. In fact, 5% of these kids get drunk at least once a week. What can parents do? For one thing, they can alter the use of alcohol in the home. I counted that we teach our children about alcohol very early. Toddlers notice that when mommy and daddy drink this particular liquid, they behave differently. The children can miss the fact that it's something special, especially when we tell them they can have it because it's not good for you. I see no harm in becoming more relaxed about alcohol in the home, even giving your child a tasty if you're drinking and he won't eat. Why not? Other cultures do in a matter of fact way. Chinese, Lebanese, Spanish, Jewish and Italian people do not think there is anything special about giving alcohol to their young. Nobody makes a fuss about it, and this culture use alcohol without a possible problem. Indeed, always to focus on alcohol in the context of alcoholism is, I think, to miss the point. If you're preoccupied with alcohol, if you or other in your environment are discomfited by this preoccupation, if, if alcohol interferes with your ability of function in other necessary way, then you have an alcohol problem. Our country is very concerned there this day with safety and health. We have to remind ourselves that anything that affects human beings has a potential for harm. In too great a quality, even oxygen and water, those essential of life, can harm of or kill. So if it is risk and suspect the only sure way to be safe from diseases and dying is to be dead. But there are safe limits that people can use in making their decisions about restarting, such as costing to drink or not drink or how much to drink. We all to share with young and old like the best available knowledge on such subject and then let each individual make up his or her own mind.